Hello YouTube, Happy New Year to you all. January 2025, I hope you're all well. Thanks for coming back to Matt's Country. Why am I crouched down in front of a log stove? Well, bluntly it's the only way I can show you stuff. You know how this works, one take. Today we're going to talk about feather sticks. Now before I light that, I need lots of kindling. So sometimes I'll split pieces of log, this sort of size, into much thinner stuff. It's not matchwood, but thinner bits. I've got a basket full of pieces. Sometimes it's pallet wood, which has been split down to a length. But fundamentally, you can start a fire without even using newspaper if you put enough effort in. And this needs to become a feather stick. And a feather stick is quite literally one of these that suddenly, with our skill, gains little tufts, like a feather. So, using a half decent strong knife, I'm going to use a Mora. They're very cheap, they're fixed, excellent blades, and a log to rest it on. I'm going to show you what I mean. We're looking to slice down into the wood a little bit at a time, but not going all the way through. We're looking to go a fraction into the wood and to curve each piece of wood into a feather. They don't have to be pretty, but they do need to be consistent. And as long as you can get them to stay attached to the wood, the further up the piece of wood you go, A, the better you'll get because you're practicing, and B, the more they will feather. Looks horrible, doesn't it? Stop it, Spaniel. Sorry, I'm being bothered by a dog. So let's just turn this round and get it a bit closer. See if I can get you to see. So we carve in. And we slide the knife backwards and forwards, and we push in a controlled manner. Very careful. It's a safe thing, you're not going to cut yourself because you're going away from your hand, but you are looking to protect that wood and not allow it to come off. Now that is feathering, and if you do it on both sides, I wouldn't do it on all four corners, I'd just bother doing it on opposite corners. And if you make lots of these, and yeah, it is a faff. Yeah, you could use a firelighter. It's not the point, is it? If you make lots of these and then have them parallel to each other, they will burn really well. So let's give you a quick illustration with a match. Okay. So you'll never catch a piece of wood like this on fire with a single match unless you feather it. Now see, that's gone quite easily, isn't it? And if you imagine several of them like that, it's going to go really well. That, folks, is a feather stick. Now, won't go out. So you don't need to use newspaper, you don't need to use firelighters. If you make lots of these and have them parallel to each other, they will go. You saw how easily that went. So let's just recap. Square piece of wood. Choose a corner. Start cutting down. As you go, expect a larger and larger slice to come off. Larger and larger feathers. And if, like I'm finding, it's not going quite as well as you'd expect, flip the piece of wood over and come at the same side from the other angle and see if the grain is happier the other way. This one's not actually, so they're the better ones, the first batch, and the second ones which are going near and not so good. Flick it over to the diagonal opposite. And after a 20-second blast on one side, you end up with that. So let's do it again, just so you're sure. Single match. Now lots of you are thinking this is going to help outdoors, and it will. Didn't get them quite fine enough, but they're going. So, feather sticks. an important component of fire lighting. And what I suggest is give it a try. Give it a try. Post in the comments down below. Tell me how you get on. Do try actual firewood that you split thin as well as pallet wood if you can possibly do it. Now normally I would say this was sponsored by such and such a biscuit, but today, because it's snowing, it's sponsored by porridge. Good old-fashioned porridge oats with full fat milk. And a good cup of tea. Right, I wish you all a happy new year. Whatever you do, wherever you are, be safe. Keep these out of the way of the kids, please. Make sure these are hidden too. Don't want any little ones playing with this, not unless you're with them. And then take care. See you later, bye.